Attention, attention, attention. This is the Tau Net A of the day. I am your net controller. The number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, Echo, Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your cosign phonetically. Reminder to all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. You may begin.
Juliet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Okay, keep it going. We got Chang and Hain. Anyone else? Anyone else? Check in, check in, check in.
Kenya, number 4, Lima Echo India.
Juliet number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Juliet number 2, Delta November Golf.
Tin number 2, Kilo India November.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Okay, that's quite a bit of people. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? One more call. Okay, we will begin. So, the topic of today, back to what we're teaching recently, the div. It's nice to see a lot of people are beginning to, do your daily div before you start the day, which has been quite fun to look at. Um, so, today, going from there, let's do a little bit of upgrade and polishing. So you have your 6 lines, the gut hong and whatever, right? You have 6 lines, and you have your 5 element. So that gives you a foundation, and you can look at it and see, okay. So according to this god that I'm talking to right now, which means that you're talking to your Sifu, and the Sifu say, according to me, this is what I can offer, or this is what I'm seeing, or this is what I will tell you. So you look at that and you interpret, right? Like you listen to the God, and then you come up with whatever that thing means. Now, remember that the God doesn't need to use the whole thing to tell you a message. Sometimes it can just use 1 line out of the 6, or maybe 2 lines out of the 6, and really just relate that part to you. So what the God actually say? The more knowledge you have and the more experience you have, the more you might get out of it, because your God also uses the knowledge that you have to answer you. So if you don't know anything, the God really don't know anything, right? Blind. Um, so after you have like said, okay, this is what I got from the div, like I read it, and that's what I got. Next step, and most people missing this step, is if you're using the cards, you should pick two cards out of the pile, like the big pile, and div, like the div cup, to see if the answer you got, like whatever you read, is it right or not. So if you're on the sing, one black, one red, it means the God's saying, perfect. You got what I mean. If it's a young, it's like, yeah, you're on the right track. Or yum is a no. So you have to kind of fine tune your answer until you get the sing, which is like whatever the God is really trying to say. Sometimes we div a few times and kind of don't get the God real message because we interpret it and it's kind of like still lacking a bit. Then we might want to try using the 9 star to get a direction. Like, what are you actually trying to say? Like, where are you referring to? So you can pick a card, one card, to get that hint. And like you have 1 to 9, and then 10 is a 1, and then the Jack, Queen, King can be related to the sky, ground, and local element. So when you pick that one card, it gives you like a push to a certain phase or certain element, and you can then read the card again to see what the card is actually trying to tell you. So let's move on. Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Teammate number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Good day, Sergeant Kijan. Good day to my seniors, my juniors. Just to have a quick recap, you gave us an additional step just now, Sergeant, that actually helping us, like you said, to fine tune the div. So after we shuffle the deck, do and ask the question, we draw 6 cards. Don't put it sideways or slanted like what Gap and I were doing. Make it come straight up in a row. And then we pick a 7 card to get the elements. And then we don't try to think, because when you try to think, that's when the whole thing is broken. Your magic is broken. You have to receive the message from the god itself. There's no imagination, none of that bullshit. But you also said that then you could choose 2 more cards that could confirm whatever you think the message is, just as an added confirmation, because once again, you're not using your imagination. You're supposed to just have a empty mind. Don't be thinking. Whatever comes, that's what it is. And then you did 2 more. You did 2 cards to get either the sing, yum, or sing, yum, or yang. What I did get lost with is when you mentioned the king, the jack, and the queen to use as the sky, the ground, the 168. Could you give me a little bit more clarification on that that aspect right here, please? Back to you, Trinidad number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, yeah, you read the card, you don't interpret. Like interpret is you think, but you're not thinking. You look at the card and you basically just ask, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? And then whatever thing that come to you, you sense it. Then that's basically what the God is trying to lead you to, right? And then you think a bit after that. So I got an idea, then I keep like elaborate. So when I'm elaborating on the idea, that is the thinking part. And then I confirm back with the God to see, am I right? Am I on the right track? Right? And then you pick 2 cards. If not, then you have to do a little bit of thinking and then you go again. So until you get a sing, which is like perfect, right? Then you know what the God is talking about. If you cannot get like really touch the right line, then you might want a direction. Then you pick 1 card out of the bunch for a direction card. And the direction card can be like one of the 9 star. It can be Jack, Queen, King. Jack, Queen, King is like 168 element, you can say. Okay, so King would be like up in pre-heaven. And then Queen is post-heaven negative. And Jack is post-heaven positive. It can be like that. It can be related to things like, for example, if we're talking about post-heaven negative, it will be something related to your goals altar, your thinking, your mental, and then the jack would be something that you have to do locally, physically, and the king would be like something in your potential in the pre-heaven, or something might come to you or whatever, something like that. So anything pre-heaven is like it has not started yet. It's something new, right? So something new. Um, it depends on when you're reading it, what the God wants to trigger you when you are actually reading the card. So again, you have a basic to start with, but when you talk to the God, you need to listen. Okay. Tier number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. I have my cards here, so I wanted to do the real life example like we did yesterday, so that we could I can get a better understanding for how the fine tuning works. So I just had someone here for fixing my uh, dryer. Well, it wasn't the dryer; it was actually the outlet, which actually went back to the breaker. The breaker box is bad, or at least it isn't configured correctly. So I wanted to get clarity on what I should really be focused on. I have a couple different things that have come up, so I wanted to get clarity on that. And then I wanted to repeat. Did Shadran say that it was the king that's pre-heaven, or the different suits? I missed that part about where the suits fell in the line. How would what could Shadran repeat that piece? Thank you. TY4.
Okay, no, it's nothing to do with the suits. It's when you're trying to get one card for the luck, for the chi flow, the 5 element. No, sorry, not the 5 element. When you want to get one card for the direction, like the 9 star, that will be the Jack Queen King will be the Sky Ground Human. Um, you're thinking too much. Just go straight to the point. Give me what you got, and tell me what you got out of the lines. Like, okay, show me the line first, right? And then show me what you understand out of it. Show me the element, give me the information, and we'll work on it. Stop looping around. Okay, straight to the point. Back to you.
Okay. I got positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative, and then the last card was negative.
What do you mean the last card is negative? Okay, I got like 6 lines, and they're like a repeat, right? So positive, positive, negative, and the other ones is also the same. So what is the last card? You didn't tell me what it is, like the suit.
Club, 4 of club.
Okay, so that's the wood element. Now you look at this, right? What do you get out of it? Like, what do you understand out of this thing right now?
I got undecided. It's not yet coming through. It's information. It's not quite developed yet. It hasn't materialized yet. It's still in development. It's still cycling around. A decision hasn't been made. It looks good. It looks like I should move forward with the plan, but a decision hasn't been made yet.
Okay, so you should pick 2 cards and see if that is what the guy's trying to tell you. So pick 2 cards and tell me the result.
Queen of clubs, 10 of clubs.
Oh shit, no. You tell me the result. Is a sing or yang or yum, okay? 2 card, read it properly.
Yum.
Okay, it's a yum, so try again. you look at it and you ask the God, what does it mean? And you try to get another view from this, like what is it trying to say?
Pick another two cards. I got a yum again, and that I should not go with the people that were just here. I should do more research and find some more quotes. That's what I got.
Wait, you pick two more cards and then you read the card. That's wrong. You have to read the card and then you pick two more cards to confirm if you're right or wrong about it. And if you got a yum, it's a wrong.
Okay, so I got a yum. So pick another couple cards. This time I got
No. You don't keep picking cards. Ha. You're fucking around. No. You don't pick cards. You are not picking a card to look at the new card to determine what it means. You're looking at the same lines to listen to the card to see what it means. You pick the card which get you a yum yang thing to confirm if what you're reading is correct or incorrect. So you're going all over the place. You have to stop. Okay, what you need to do is first you read the lines again, and then you pick a card to see if your reading is correct or not. Okay, you get that part? Don't just move. Okay, you're moving fast. You're moving everywhere. It's wrong. Okay, you get what I mean?
yes, now I get what you mean. So read the cards what I have right now in front of me, and if my interpretation is correct, I pull a card to determine whether or not my reading is correct.
Yes. Okay, so let's try this. I will read your card. You pick two cards for me to interpret. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me connect over and I'll read the card. Okay, Ha. You can pick two cards for me after you listen. What I get from this is that the the people that you hired or the quote or whatever that you have, like the resources you have right now, is not really that good. And you should like later on is still not so good. So you should be looking for some other comparison and then kind of work on that. So it's kind of like saying what you know now might not be the final like the final, like you might have other people that will give you different answers. So yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it. You can pull two cards for me to see if that is something.
I gotta sing.
Yeah, so that there you go. So the wood, the four wood is like you can do more thinking, right? More mental work, more comparison thinking. So that's what it is. So that's pretty good. So you know now, so at least you don't have to like freak out about what this guy today is telling you. You can like look around a little bit more. Okay, so that's a good example. We can move on. Tingkat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, Sir John. So today I was looking at the walking the 5 elements. So I got some of it down. The the center and the north, like east, west, north, and the correlation to all of the elements. So I'm practicing how to like I'm trying to memorize like remember like how to walk like so do you start from 5 and then go to the gold and then down to the water, then wood, then fire, then back to gold? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering. But yeah, I think this morning when I did the 6 cards, I did not confirm. Like I didn't confirm the Yum Young or ST if this is what the God mean. So I'm gonna start doing that. And yeah, if I'm like not in a like a rush, I'll like pull another card for like the 9 star. But yeah, I'm starting to get a good feel of it now. Tinya number 4, Lima Echo India.
Okay. 5 element. If you're using playing cards, you don't need to walk the palm. Okay. If you're using playing cards, you pick one card after the 6, right? And if it is 1 to 10, you read the suits. If it is Jack, Queen, King, it's automatically Earth. Okay. Diamond, the water. Uh, Club is the wood. The heart is the fire. And gold is the spade. So if it's 1 to 10, you go for that one. And yeah, so unless you're like picking numbers outside without the playing card, then you need to walk the palm. To walk the palm, we start from the west block. So we start from gold and then to the north, which is water, and then to the east, which is wood, and then to the south, which is fire, and then go back to the center, and then go back to the west again. So it's always like gold, water, wood, fire, earth, and repeat. Okay, so yeah, that's how you walk the palm. But you only need to walk the palm if you're like not using the cards or you're trying to get numbers. Yeah, and the confirming, yeah, that is something. But you were rushing anyway, so it's fine. Do more div, more examples, and it will get very natural later. Tina number 2, Kilo Alpha India. Hey, Tina number 2, Kilo Alpha India. Tina number 2, Delta November Golf.
Yeah, Chia Juan. Unit number 2, Delta November Golf. Greeting everyone on the net, Chia Jan Gijang. This morning, because I don't have the card yet, so I just using the first time is the coin, but I didn't know how to get the element from that, so I just do with the dice, and the dice is 366, and then the other one is number is 365. So I counting using the palm, using the free heaven and cross heaven. Unit number 2, Delta November Golf. So I using the free heaven and the post heaven the count, and then the free heaven got the 5, and the post heaven got 4, and then I look at the chart is for the line, and it's yang yang and yum, and then yum yum and yang, and then I counting the hand count, the hand count for the earth, for the element. So the free haven't got earth, and the post haven't got gold, I think. Yeah. So yeah. I might gonna start to do the card diff when my card is coming. So yeah, back to unit control. Can get number 2 Delta November Golf.
You are messy. No, it's wrong. Uh, well, you got part of it, and then when you got to the element, it's all weird. I don't even know what the heck you're doing. How come there's like an element for the pre and then the element for the post? No, it's only one element. Okay. It's like you get the sixth line, and then you do one more div for a chi flow. Okay, so the chi flow is like giving you one answer, not two answer. It gives you one answer, right? And that will be one of the five elements. You can get element like the chi flow in many ways, depending on how you want to do it. If you're using a coin, okay, um, like for example, I have those table placemat, right? Like the thing that you put below your dish. So I say, okay, this placemat is the grid. And then I take one coin, I toss it up and see where it lands. So if it lands more to the left, I know it's a wood. If it lands up to the top, it's a fire. If it lands near me at the bottom, it's a water. If it lands more to the right, it becomes the gold. If it's around the center, that's earth. So I can do it that way. Or if I want to use the dice, I can roll the dice 3 times and get the numbers and then walk the palm. I can also do that. It really depends on how I want to do it or how you want to do it. And you're getting a chi flow for that. Okay. So I would say like when you're doing the div, it's best to report the div online so we can look at it and talk about it online. Okay, so anyway, if you're gonna have the card soon, that will be easier. The card is actually quite fast, like much faster, because it has more elements, so way easier to use. And also, don't forget, we talked about like interpreting, like trying to get what it means, and then you have to listen to the God. And if you're bad with the listening part, right, then or maybe like you're lacking knowledge, then what you're getting out of it is going to be not so good. So that is something that you need to build up on. An example would be like how I was just trying to read the lines earlier, and like 2 times she cannot get it, and then I'm like, okay, let me connect over and read it, and after I read it, it's like instantly a sing, right? Because I know better than her. So more knowledge will equal to better readings, and that is accumulated over time. So anyway, next one, team yet number 2, Kilo India November. Hey, welcome in. Team number 2, Kilo India November. One more call. I saw your head popped up a little bit. Come back in.
Hi there. Yeah, I'm just listening. I thought the part about using a signifier to see if you've guessed the divination correctly was really interesting. That's a new feature I've not heard of, and makes a lot of sense.
You got cut off? You got cut off?
Yep, I'm just listening, and the part about using a signifier to see if you have accurately divined the reading, I thought was very good, and I'm surprised I never thought of that before. And that's all I really got for now. A lot of it was over my head since I'm a newbie. Team Yacht 2, Kilo India, November.
No problem. You're still new, so just focus on, coming more often, make it consistent. Eventually, you'll be very talkative. Okay, let's try again. Team Yet number 2, Kilo Alpha India. I saw your message, so come again.
Team number 2, Kilo Alpha India. Would like to greet everybody in the net and Sir John Kitang. Yeah, there was a network delay there. I did hear the message, but only after a while. I'm eager to share my understanding so far. So I'm gonna be very disappointed not to participate there because I spoke to Shang. You sent me a couple of videos so that I can see the demonstration. Because I really did needed some sort of demonstration there because I was still in the dark, especially when it comes to using the div, drawing the lines. Like when you are throwing the divs, at least I do have the idea based on what I've seen on the video that Sheng Xiaohong did send me earlier. I did watch it. The only part I think I would struggle is to interpret the results. Then I will have a problem because I don't know how the people get the results based on what they are seeing there on the lines. That's the tricky part for me so far. I don't know where to get those. Tenet number 2, Kilo Alpha India, back to you.
Okay. Well, someone else here who already know, for example, Gay, maybe can make a video showing him how to do it, like how you actually do the thing, and get him started. Also, for interpreting the lines, I would suggest, like all of you, post your result. Okay. If you don't get anything, you can ask me to help you, and I can give you a reading. The more you look at how I decode the lines, you get the experience from reading how I do it, and eventually you'll do better. Okay? This, like div, is not simple. Okay? It's never simple. Um, Divination, it's like you have to learn a lot in order to understand what the god have to say to you. So, if you just like learn the first month, prepared to be clueless. It's like that. So eventually you build up the knowledge, and like you look at how I do it, and eventually you'll get it. Okay, so no rush. You're just beginning. Tina number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Tenyat number 2, Golf Alpha Papa. Yeah, I too am still learning. Not saying that so to get off easy here, but so I went ahead and did a fresh example for myself just to kind of like for the sake of the net. So like after net, Gay's gonna go and make us some food, and I was thinking to myself, what should I be doing during that time? Because I had some ideas of whether I was going to well, do some work on writing or on like my profile for all casting or whatnot. And I did the 6 cards and the element, and when I had thought that I had an idea, I went ahead and pulled the yum. So then I I did it. I let myself kind of not think and just open myself up to see what is the God trying to tell me. And a new thought popped in my head, and I got a sing on it. So the cards that I pulled were they were negative, negative, positive, 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 and negative, and then I drew the wood element. And so I guess the next question I would have is You were saying that what we're going to be working on, like what you opened up the next topic today with, is pulling another card to get a little bit more guidance along the line of the 9 star. And I'm curious, like how to implement that and where. Yeah, I'm curious to hear more about that in that direction. Back to you, Tinyat, number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Okay, well, you already interpreted your lines and stuff, and you gotta sing. So that is pretty good already. You kind of know the direction already. But if you do not know, okay, like if you're already kind of confused, you get a few times and it's still a no, or you're still not getting perfect, and you really want to get what the God is saying, then you will do the 1 card for the 9 star, and 9 star will point you to a direction. Um, well, here is the 9 star rundown again. So one one is like in the Yun Sun, right? Things are in the pre-heaven, it's not moving, it's all contained up there. 2 is like black, so you have nothing. And it's like desire, like you have nothing, but you want to request, you want to ask for. And then 3 is when things from the Yun Sun is coming over, and usually during this time, it's like things are outside of you. They're like on the outside, waiting to come. Kind of like a cloud on top of your head. Outside. Um, and then you have 4, which is like the thinking part. It goes into you, something that went into you already. And 5 is something you hold on to or in control of, or something that you're trying to make a decision with. And then 6 is something inside your gut. So you're like, I made a decision, I hold on to it, I'm waiting, like waiting. And then 7 is expressing out of yourself, right? Like you're talking, you're trying to show it. And then you have 8, which is like physically manifest and developing the actual work. And then 9 is like, okay, I'm finishing up, and the pre-heaven party can see the fruit. And then it cycles back to 1, which is a Yun Sun again. So these can be metaphor of like, this kind of cycle with like, the thinking decision. It can also be like, let's say if we talk about Ting, okay? Ting's kitchen example. Like he work in a restaurant, right? So if the restaurant is the ground, then if I got like a 3, it would be like something outside of the ground coming into the ground. So that would be like, okay, something about the customers or maybe a shipment or something, right? So if it's like a 4, it would be like, okay, I'm working on, let's say, the workers inside the kitchen, because that's the 4. They are like the processing people inside. If it's a 5, it will be like management. And then if it's a 6, it will be like maybe the storage of the food in the kitchen. And if it's a 7, it will be like what the kitchen make out, like the food that we produce, right? And then 8 would be like, let's say, renovation, like the walls and decoration and things that is already there. Maybe like look at the tables and the chair, okay? And 9 would be like something that is finished and go back. So that would be like accounting, the money earned and things like that. So looking at the different star can allow you to like get a direction of what I'm supposed to look at, and then from there, right, you go. So it doesn't always have to be about like thinking, strategizing. Sometimes you switch the sky and ground, the two party, to different things, and it become a different story. Like yesterday, Gay was talking about the client and the website. I said, well, the client found you, so client go to you, and you produce a website, so you are the ground, right? You're the bottom, and the client is on top. So the client is paying you. So if it's a 3, it will be like information given by the client, right? If it's a 7, it will be like my work produced going back to the client or showing the client what I have done. And if it's like a 9, it would be like, okay, receiving the money from the client back to me. You understand the 9 star better, to a point where you really understand the pattern, you can put it into anything and you sound like a Sajon. Tina number 2, Golf Echo India.
In yacht number 2, Gulf Echo India. Cool. Another layer to add into things. More nuance, more clarity, more information. Super cool. Um, yeah, I was curious about uh, how one would um, sort of make the distinctions the way that you did about that reading I was doing yesterday. So that's really cool to know about. Um, yeah, there was another question that I had, just looking at the things that have been being discussed online. Um, I know this is a a bit of an aside because we've been talking about doing the div with the cards. But if you're walking the palm, um, I couldn't help but notice that it seems like the positions for the 9-star palm placement um, do not line up the same way as the 5 elements. And I'm wondering if that's uh, just because their like numerical placement is not the same, or if these are just two separate systems, right? So if I like walk the palm in the 9-star theory and I end up like in the middle of my ring finger, um, shoot, just forgot which number that is in the 9-star theory, but whichever number that is, does it also get interpreted as gold, or is that a separate div completely? Back to you. Tin out number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Okay, well, the 9-star and the 5 element, you can see them as two different grids for now. But as you understand more, you will see that it actually do overlap and they're like related. Just looking at the 5 element, like with only the 5 blocks, it's not enough because you need to fill up the blanks, right, for the other star. So once you know more about the element of the star, then and why their element is like that, then it will make sense to you. But at this point, I would say just look at them like two different grids. Okay, so it's easier that way for now. Just a transition. Okay. Um, yeah, you talk about walking the palm, right? So in like traditionally, there's like a name for every 3 lines combo. So like in the Bagua, right? Every 3 lines combo, there's a name, a one-word name. So we memorize like that. So for the post heaven Bagua, right? It goes from like the keen, which is the three lines together. That is yang, right? So we go keen, hum gan zhan sun lei kun dui, and it's like 8 words. Then you memorize it, and once you kind of know like which is which, then okay, we like if I want to do a div, you can get the number and then walk the palm for the bagua. There's a pattern for a pre and post heaven bagua. So it's like I get 3 number, I get 3 lines already. So it's like you walk 2 times, like two sets of 3 numbers, and you will have 6 lines. So that makes the whole process even faster on the palm, right? Because now you're like, let me throw the coins, and then you like go yum 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 yeah, every line by line, right? But once you kind of like know the bakwa more and more, it takes time, okay? And like to the point where like you look at the 3 line and you know what that is, then you can memorize the pre and post heaven palm, the pattern. And so when you need to use it outside, you just like get 3 numbers here, 3 numbers there, and you will know the 6 line already. And it becomes even faster in like getting what thing means. So now you're kind of like breaking it down to like, okay, first line is this, second line is this, third line is that. And but eventually there's also a shortcut where like you see this three lines is this combo. So this combo is usually related to these things, and you kind of get a general idea already. So if you have this and that combined, it kind of tells you a general idea right away. So in like you're not breaking up every line to look at what it means. You're looking at the combination, and it's kind of like a shortcut. So it can get to that point later on, and then your bagua will be like very fast. So right now it's like very slow because you're looking at like one line by one line to understand. It is needed because or else you're like kind of cluelessly memorizing things. But later, just saying later, there will be a stage where you look at the bagua, just top bottom two element, and you know what it means already. Anyway, let's move on. Anyone else want to check in? Check in. Okay, moving back to the top. Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. You mentioned in the explanation to Kay just now, Sajon, that at some point in the development of we practicing and doing diving more often, we're going to develop where we could just instinctively read the first top two lines because there's pre and then the lines at the bottom is usually post. And I think all that will definitely come in time. And it sounds very exciting because usually when I'm diving, I just remember that the 168 and the first two lines is pre, next one is post. And I just remember those basic foundations because those really kind of give me a clear example of what I'm looking at. And once I know what I'm looking at, then my brain will just shut off and just expect for the court to tell me what is going on. And I really like the added information that you gave us that after we select all 6 cards and an additional one for the element, once we think we know what the interpretation is, just pick 2 more cards. It'll tell you immediately whether you're right or wrong. Because I did a div yesterday for the cleaning of my wife, and I got immediately. I just knew what it meant. Like God just say, like I just knew what it meant. Like yeah, it's good. Don't worry about. Because all the lines were young. I was like, wow. And I didn't even have to like think or interpret nothing. I just felt it one time. Yeah, good. I mean, it's a really fast and quick system once you're cultivating the communication with the God because, like you said, there's nothing to interpret. It's more so you're just waiting for the God to tell you what's going on, and you need to have the ability to listen. And how sophisticated does the div become? Because I do know the div is not a prediction. We're not predicting anything with this particular div. We're just testing the weather, quote unquote. So many futures are going to be a div where you could predict the future. Back to you, Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, based on my experience, the div can get very freakily sophisticated and detailed. Okay, so yeah, it can get very wild. Right now we're like just using what the Yum Yang Sing, the 5 element, and well, you guys haven't been really going on the 6 phases yet, but you have like the Bagua, right? And then looking at the 9 star, you can also add the Earthling branch and the stems, right? So all that tells you a lot of information combined. And what the God actually want to tell you, right, with all that stuff combined, that's the message. So it is a lot of things combined together for the final answer. But what most important is, like you say, like instantly what answer you have from the God. That is the thing. Okay. So however, sometimes you're like not in the condition, or maybe you're tired and you're like, I'm not sure if I really heard it, or I heard it but I'm not really sure, right? Then you must pick the 2 card to confirm. And remember one thing, if you got that idea, no matter it is like you think about it or not, right? If the God give you a sing, that means it is what the God say. Even it was not, the God will try to make that happen that way. Okay, if you claim it. So just keep that in mind. Okay, your like insurance is when you confirm and you gotta sing. If the God see, like if the God know you, okay, you gotta sing and you're going with that, no matter I was or not was, like, God was meant to tell you that or was not meant to tell you that, if you claim that luck that the God says sing, right? It means that the God is trying to make that happen for you. So even if it was not what the message was, you're still going the right way because the God is like adjusting itself to what you wanted. So you're actually creating that luck. Okay. So if you read a div and there's like something not so good, right? And you'll be like, okay, I don't like that luck. I want another one. Can I? Right? Yeah, of course you can. Because I'm not claiming it. That means that it's not stable yet. Okay. So you it's like you're typing a whole message and you have not pressed enter. You can always erase and then rewrite. So if you come up with a div and you're like, oh, I don't really like this, you can div again, right? Or you can ask another God if you want to. And then when you get a luck, right, like a div that shows you, okay, this is good stuff for today. I really like that. Okay, so now you will have to claim that luck. If you never claim it and you just do a div, that thing is not happening. Like that is like not really going to work because the God never agreed to actually make this happen for you. The God just say I could. Like the div is like you get a quote, right? So you get a quote from the repairman and say, okay, how much it costs to do this? How much it costs? Okay, the repairman is like, yeah, we can fix this. No, this cannot be fixed. This thing can be like that, and then we can give you this idea. And you have to say, okay, yes, I want that. Then the repairman can do it for you. So you guys are like, okay, I get a quote, and then that's the point. So remember to claim that luck. Tina number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Tina number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Tina number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenya number 4 Lima Echo India. Yes, sir, John. I just got home just now, and I got the package and all that. And yeah, it seems like there's quite a lot of stamps and the statues and the new god statue. And I seem to have another god I wasn't expecting. That was the Chongguai Josie. Isn't that like the ghost eating god? That goes in the bottom of my altar. Is that it? Tinyak number 4 Lima Echo India.
Oh yes, you got a Zhonghui. Oh, it must be a special, huh? Wow, those stamps are good stuff, eh? I really like those stamps. They're like, we chose the wood that is more heavy and they feel so good in the hand. Oh yeah, I saw your picture just now. That is the Zhonghui, yeah, the ghost eating one. Um, yeah, I have him as well, and you can put him on the bottom or on the top, because you have the cat. So I think it's better to put it on the top deck. Um, Search around. I think you're missing the sword for the Zhonghui. He has a little sword that you poke into the hole for the hand. So yeah, make sure you don't forget that one. And wow, that statue of the Jigam Samlo Josie looks so good, eh? Yeah, I will open the statue for you later when I'm having time. So I'll do that. but you have to check the stamp yourself. So get that going. And yeah, it seems like you are getting a big upgrade. That's super nice. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Bear just said to me she gave you that zhongkai as an extra bonus, and also the sword. Um, I think she's like the sword is missing because like it's not around, so you have to like use something else as a sword. And what she does is she uses a toothpick. So I think you can use the toothpick or something like that as well as a sword, right? For the Zhonghui. Anyway, wow, happy news for you. So yeah, let's move on. Tier number 2, Delta November Golf.
Team number 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Chajuan. So now I kind of get it. The one, so I kind of make mistake earlier. So I have the count. Supposed to be I did another one with the dice for the element. Yeah. So yeah, I might gonna have to fix that for the next div. And yeah, I kind of following along the card also. So yeah, I might gonna try it for the if the stuff is coming. So back to you, Nathan Terrell, team yet number 2, Delta November Go.
Yeah, and thing. Remember, I said even you do the div, you're not really going to get that. You have to claim the luck. Okay, remember that. That is something that everyone is kind of missing. Okay, next one. Teen Yacht number 2, Kilo India November.
Keynote number 2, Kilo India November. Yep, I'm just listening. Looking forward to learning some of these divination systems. They're very interesting. I noticed that some of them use dominoes or something that looks like dominoes.
Okay, no problem. TN number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Unit number 2, Kilo Alpha India. There was a time where I think I hear on the net something, but I don't know if I'm hearing correctly. But I will explain. It's like it sounded like if we know about the two tails yam and the young, if we are giving and then we know already what they actually mean. You said that is incorrect. We shouldn't think we should be given that information, that kind of information during the day. We mustn't think it's already incorrect if you are giving and you already know when the answer is given. And the other part is this, like the deals are alive and mostly this is what I'm actually doing when I'm diving, knowing exactly what the yam and the yang is. It actually means whether like knowing the answer. But it's very important that you clarify for me, like because it sounded like the answer is always changing when you are diving. It's not always what you know. It's something that the gives is giving it to you. Like the answer will be given to you. You mustn't think. I just want to understand that part. I'm not clear. I need to be clear on that point. Chinat number 2, Kilo Alpha India, back to you.
Okay, more experience is needed. More examples and experience. Just the yum yang usually is like you're looking for like a good or bad time for doing something, or like, is it a good sign or bad sign, things like that. Got or home, very simple. Okay, so those are not so hard. Usually, if like let's say this morning, okay, I had a little story here. So I saw my glass broken inside the dishwashing machine. So I already know the yum yang right away, right? Broken yum, right? Inside yum. So before I went in, I was like, "Oh, good." So it's a yang. So yang yum yum. I got the three lines already. It's kind of like that. So the sometimes like your yun san might tell you things, and it brings you to the attention of something that you see and make you worry, and you have that worry feeling. It means the God is like bringing you stuff already, and you can spot that sign right away and understand what his message is. And today I was like diving with a chopstick to do the yes or no, right? So I put the chopstick on one end on the table, and I say, okay, if it's go up, like point upward is a yang, point down is a yum, point middle is a sing. I release the chopstick at the point middle after I ask the question, so I know I interpreted the thing like I got the right answer. So there are so many ways to do it. Just you need to listen to more examples, and you'll be getting better at it. Tia number two, Golf Alpha Papa.
Yeah, number two, Golf Alpha Papa. I was just spacing out on on a line, like just looking at the statues, thinking about the future. Yeah, I'm just a little overwhelmed in a good way. Just kind of absorbing all the awesome info that you're dropping on us, yeah, John. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more and more into the flow and the habit of consistency with this practice. Um, I still have a lot to learn about like the palm divs and like making more use of that. Um, and I don't know that I necessarily have a question right now. Again, I got a little caught off guard while I was admiring the Samla Joshi statue. Uh, and uh, and yeah, uh, yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'll pass the mic. Tinyat number two, Golf Alpha Papa.
No problem. Yeah, the statue is so nice. I think this is the third statue they made. The second one is for Bear, and they're getting better and better and better. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I know Sung ordered one. So the next one is his. Wow. SXG. I was thinking the statue that Sung get might have like the mouth open, like it's yawning. That will match the song mode. Okay, TY, Tina number two, Golf Echo India.
To number two, Gulf Echo India. Yeah, it's really cool to see the tools and statues and pieces that the senior disciples are collecting. I'm looking forward to our altar being as illustrious. It's going to be a while, but everything in its time. So cool. Um, yeah, just to touch back a little bit on the div, I'm really enjoying these lessons. It feels like a really, um, it's just such an immediately useful thing, right? Especially now that we've got this additional piece, drawing the two extra cards uh, to so that we're not guessing if our interpretation is correct. We can just, freaking find out. Um, yeah, to anyone on the net, seniors and juniors, I'm happy to help out. I'm obviously still only getting my feet under me as well. Um, but yeah, I'd love to like do a whole study group. We could do some practice divs. Back to you. Team yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Okay. Before I end the net, I would give a little more information. So this is something like on top. Okay. So you see, if we have a div result and we say, "Oh, I like this one. I like the gods say this is what they mean, and I like that luck." The luck means like this is the pattern which like the god can flow its resources through the pattern to me this way, and I like it. Okay, it's like you go to a place to ask for a quote, and they give you a quote, and I like it, right? So okay, now you have to like do some stuff. I have to claim the luck, right? So the simplest way is like you take a small piece of paper and you write that div result, and then you check it with the god that you're talking to. For example, your seafood, right? So you clamp it in the palm, hospital one, and then storm left foot 3 times, right foot 3 times, blow and bow. There you go. Okay, so the god agreed to it, and it's like, okay, I like it. I submit the ticket. This is going to happen. Okay. Now, the luck, there are different like 5 element phases or 5 element ways to go about the luck. Okay. The first one is gold element. We call it, this is like to connect, to claim the luck. So you just did that. There are like times when you look at the luck and you're like, wow, this this kind of luck is good. I really need more of this. Then we go the water element called we call the 补one, meaning like to replenish or to stock up more resources into the luck. We can also boost the luck, Wong one, which is like something's already happening. I want this luck to kind of be boosted. So whatever is happening, make it more like that. And then you have the fire element called Choi one, meaning like urging it to manifest. So there are luck that is like really related to something happening in the physical, and you're like, I really need that to happen. I need to rush it. And then you have the earth element called Wu Wan. Wu Wan is to guard it because the luck is like, yeah, I like it, but it's like very weak. Like it's like that, yeah, but it's kind of like shaky. But I need that to happen, so I need you to protect it, so no one is gonna like ruin it, right? So there are different like chi, like to deal with the luck that you have claimed. So anyway, we'll talk more about it in the next lesson. Haha, it is now 2:06 p.m. We'll end the net here. 73 to all, and we'll see you on net B and also back online. This is tier number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, 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 Echo. We'll be clear, clear.
Team number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Team yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa clear.
Team yacht number 4, Lima Echo India, clear.
Team yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Team yacht number 2, Delta November Golf, clear.
Tin yacht number 2, Kilo India November, clear.